On today's show, I'm bringing back a returning guest. He was on my show back in October. We're talking about Heritage Cannabis Holdings Corp. You can find them on the OTCQX under the ticker symbol HERTF. And if you're up there in Canada, you can find them on the CSE under the ticker symbol CANN. And with us today is the CEO of the company, going to join us and bring us up to speed, Mr. Clint Sharples.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
You know, in October, you were telling me about all the things you guys were going to do, and son of a gun, I think you've done most of those. You put out about 5 or 6 press releases since then. But let me ask you this. You guys have been really active, and including a major release on the acquisition of Premium 5. Can you tell us a little bit about the acquisition and why it makes sense for Heritage to do it now?
Yeah, you're right. Things have been very, very busy around this company in the last few months. In fact, it's probably been the last year and a half that we've really been going hard. But this latest announcement with us and the acquisition of Premium 5 was truly a coming together of two companies that just merged and meshed so nicely together. Premium 5 has a bunch of brands that are extract derivatives. So if you think about shatter or live resin or caviar, diamonds, stuff that mostly the true cannabis user knows and appreciates. They're a dominant player here in Canada with being into 8 provinces and a couple of medical sites, including a popular one up here called Shoppers Drug Mart. They have, in a very short period of time, become the large percentage leader in this category, and with the revenues that they're producing right now, they're annualized well in excess of 20 million. And combining that with Heritage and our infrastructure, our 2 locations, our 2 sales licenses, and the traditional oil vape products and the tincture products that we do, it really is a nice marriage of 2 companies that merge well.
You know, I think it was maybe a week or 2 ago, you guys put out a press release talking about the bulk CBD to Brazil. Is this significant? Is that a significant development? And what's the entailing? And is this your first movement to an outside international country?
Yeah, the Brazil one is a significant movement for us. Brazil is a very large user of CBD products, and we have been very active in Brazil. A few of our people have some great contacts in that country and have been able to move us forward there. It's our second export country. We did one previously down in Turks and Caicos. Now that Brazil is open and South America is open to us, what it does is it launches our medical division. Brazil is purely medical in cannabis, as is most of the world. Canada and select states and Uruguay are really the only places that recreational cannabis is legal. So what this does is really give us a launch into proving our products, in particular the shelf stability and the efficacy of our CBD soft gel caps in combination with the recently acquired technology we have called Vesisorb, which we acquired in a deal with, or acquired the rights in a deal with a company called GeoCan out of the States. That this really gives us a true absorption technology that people who utilize cannabis for medicine really require.
My guest today is Clint Sharples. He's joining us today. Heritage Cannabis Holdings Corp is the company that we're highlighting today here on Stock Day. You can find them on the OTCQX under the ticker symbol HERTF. And if you're up there in Canada, you can find them on the CSE under the ticker symbol CANN. One of the questions I had for you, I think it was one of the press releases that I read. You guys are now able to sell products in Alberta, Canada. Like I said earlier, you released about 5 or 6 different press releases over the last month or 2. What is that going to do for you guys in the first 2 or 3 quarters going next year?
Well, Alberta here in Canada is our second largest cannabis retail market so far. It has far and wide the most cannabis retail stores of any province in Canada. They got a head start that no other province was able to keep up to. They just did a fantastic job. So Alberta has many different outlets and many different options for people to purchase. Now, there's been a fairly large demand for our products in Alberta, as we did acquire a couple of legacy brands, which means they came from the black market and had a big following in that province. So Alberta has recently placed an order for vape pens that is the single largest vape pen order we've had to date, and we've had some great orders from other provinces, and now we're filling the Alberta order to make sure that we can get these products on shelves as soon as possible, as the demand's big. And obviously Q1 1 through 4 next year, it's just going to be build for us, as we'll be adding more provinces, and the provinces who are currently ordering are having huge success with our product. A lot of it's selling quickly, and the reorders are coming quite well too.
Clint, before I let you go, it's the end of the year. What is it that you want my listeners and your stockholders not only to take away from today's interview, but from the year that you guys have had in 2020? 2020
was a challenging year for everybody in the world, and the cannabis industry was no different. A real tough go. But I'll tell you, we're coming out of this thing strong. This new combination with Premium 5, their dynamic growth that they have, and combined with our strong growth that we have, we're looking at Heritage to be a real noisemaker in 2021. You're going to hear a lot from us. You'll see a lot of news start to flow, as we're going to be very, very active in both the recreational and the medical space. Now within the States, with Biden and Harris going into the White House, we know that focus on cannabis is going to be much greater, and the acceptance much more than it's been in the past. And we hope and expect that will open up many more doors for us as we continue to grow both here in Canada and worldwide.
We're talking about Heritage Cannabis Holdings Corp. You can find them on the OTCQX under the ticker symbol HERTF. And if you're up there in Canada, you can find them on the CSE under the ticker symbol CANN. And hopefully you'll come back after the new year and give us an update, say in 40 or 50 days. I'm sure that my listeners would love to hear the growth of your company.
That would be great.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by La Jolla Media LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are for educational and research purposes. Stock Day encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional.